Before Islam, Algeria was home to the Amazigh, or Berbers, diverse tribes with deep roots in the land. Some Berbers were nomads, others farmers, all living in tune with the earth's rhythms. Their spiritual life was rich, blending nature worship with influences from Christianity and Judaism, especially along the coast. The interior was Berber territory, but the coast was ruled by the Byzantine Empire, heirs of Rome. Byzantines built cities and fortresses, but their power rarely reached beyond the shoreline. For Berbers, Byzantines were just the latest in a long line of foreign rulers. This created a land of contrasts, Greek and Latin in the cities, Tamazight and Berber customs inland. Tensions simmered, sometimes cooperation, often conflict. The Berbers fiercely guarded their independence, resisting outside control. This division between coast and interior set the stage for dramatic change. When a new faith and new people arrived from the east, the Berbers' desire for freedom would shape Algeria's destiny. The land was ready for transformation, but not submission. The ancient rhythms of Berber life would soon meet the winds of change. The stage was set for a profound encounter that would reshape North Africa. In the mid-7th century, Islam's armies swept across North Africa, reaching the Maghreb. Their first expeditions were probing raids, testing Byzantine defenses and learning the land. The Byzantines, stretched thin and isolated, struggled to hold their coastal cities. The Muslim armies, united by faith and purpose, pressed westward, challenging the old order. Victories and setbacks followed, but momentum shifted to the newcomers. By the late 600s, the Muslim presence was permanent, with Kairouan as their North African base. From there they launched deeper campaigns into Algeria. This was no longer just raiding, it was the start of a new era. The goal, bring the Maghreb under the Islamic Caliphate. The arrival of Islam was more than military conquest. It was the beginning of a sweeping transformation. The stage was set for a collision of cultures, Arab, Byzantine, and Berber. Algeria stood on the threshold of a new identity. The Berbers did not yield easily to the Muslim armies. Fiercely independent, they resisted, using their knowledge of mountains and deserts to wage guerrilla war. Legendary leaders like Dihya, known as Al-Kahina, united tribes and pushed back the invaders. Her defiance became a symbol of Berber resilience. Yet, Berber resistance was fragmented. Old rivalries and shifting alliances made unity difficult. Some tribes allied with the Muslims against rivals or Byzantines. The struggle was long and costly, forcing both sides to adapt. The Berbers' determination slowed conquest, but their divisions made gradual Muslim advances possible. Over decades, the balance shifted, not through brute force alone, but through negotiation and adaptation. The Berber spirit of independence would shape how Islam took root in Algeria. Resistance gave way to gradual acceptance. Some Berber leaders saw alliance with the Muslims as a path to power and autonomy. Islam's message of unity and equality appealed to a land divided by tribal rivalries. Conversion brought practical benefits: exemption from the jizya tax, new opportunities in the Muslim armies, and a sense of belonging to a wider community. The process was slow and pragmatic, not a sudden mass conversion. Berbers who embraced Islam became vital partners in the new order. Their skills and local knowledge strengthened the Islamic State. The transformation was not just military, it was social and spiritual. Berbers moved from resistance to partnership, helping shape the new society. The spread of Islam in Algeria was as much about integration as conquest. A shared faith began to unite former rivals. Embracing Islam didn't erase Berber culture, it transformed it. Berber customs blended with Islamic beliefs, creating a unique North African civilization. Tribal loyalty and the Islamic concept of Ummah coexisted, giving people dual identities. Local festivals and reverence for saints merged with Islamic practices. Mosques and art reflected Berber styles, geometric patterns, Zeliga tilework, and square minarets. Even law and governance fused Islamic principles with Berber customary law, Azref. This pragmatic blending eased the transition and made Islam feel truly local. The result was a resilient, vibrant culture, neither wholly Arab nor purely Berber, but something new. Adaptation, not erasure, defined Algeria's Islamic transformation. The old and new coexisted, enriching each other. This fusion would shape Algerian identity for centuries. Islam brought Arabic, the language of the Quran and administration. At first, only Arab settlers spoke it, but as Islam spread, Berbers learned Arabic for prayer and study. Bilingualism became common, Tamazight at home, Arabic in public and religious life. Over time, Maghrebi Arabic emerged, blending Berber and Arabic elements. New customs arrived, the call to prayer, the Islamic calendar, Ramadan fasting, and Eid celebrations. Dietary laws and modest dress became part of daily life. The souk became a hub for trade and ideas. These changes were gradual, woven into existing traditions rather than imposed overnight. The process was one of adaptation, not replacement. Islamic customs became part of Algeria's fabric, enriching its culture. The blending of languages and practices connected Algeria to the wider Islamic world. The transformation was deep, but always uniquely Algerian. By 750 CE, Algeria was transformed, a cornerstone of the Islamic world. No longer a Byzantine outpost, it became a center of culture, trade, and learning. Berbers, once resistors, became key players in Islamic expansion, most famously in the conquest of Spain under Tariq ibn Ziyad. Algeria linked east and west, north and south, connecting the Islamic heartlands, Al-Andalus, and Saharan trade routes. Cities like Tlemcen flourished as centers of scholarship and commerce. Scholars and ideas flowed between Algeria and the wider Muslim world, enriching both. The spread of Islam here was not just conquest, but a creative fusion of traditions. Berbers shaped Islam as much as it shaped them, forging a unique North African identity. The quiet revolution of faith and culture redefined Algeria's place in history. The legacy of this transformation endures, woven into the fabric of Algerian life.